InShalla and Ashe. Sorry, that bugs me when I can see that in the screen. It's a talented Tuesday. Talented Tuesday. So we're weaving the dreams, the fabric of the realm of fire in the Dagara cosmology. It's the messages of the divine. They're streaming in to give us guidance and what is all around us. So being mindful about our feelings, feeling the feels through the messages of our dream space. So when we give our less than otherworldly thoughts to that otherworldly shrine, surrendering them to Source, the Great Spirit, a skill oftentimes is overlooked in the ability to offer them after we have initiated them, own them for what they are, and return them to the ethers like a whirlwind, a tornado, spinning them out into the universe. So have you noticed that you are beyond ready to unleash the chains that bind a thought-induced prison cell? So our thoughts, our personal streams, are being liberated through those thoughts, returning them, letting them go, and just allowing. So the Great Spirit is ready to take them. It's a day to just be. So you may have received a new memo, setting a new stage of healing, just utilizing patterns of thinking and focusing on a pathway to wholeheartedly heal them. Those scars are like a little snippet reminders of the wounds that have been healed. So it's like making friends with a stranger and turning them into an ally, an enemy kind of a thing. So it's in loving them in ways we thought about them that really transcends them. So with that, happy Thought Transcendence Day and welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host, a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach, a subtle energetic surgeon, if you will, coined by my mentor and elder, my friend, Malidoma, who is now part of the ancestor realm. Ashe, my friend, I have a candle burning for you. But I go with the term holistic shaman medium, blending holistic, shamanism, and mediumship. My intention is to utilize the power of these indigenous technologies, the ways of my elder, Malidoma Some, the elemental realms, the original divine blueprint to navigate our soul's harmonic through the realms of the elements, the elemental highway, into the imaginal realm, through that shamanic portal, actually. So the cosmos, these subtle energies and elements and elemental beings, and really it's so much more, with offerings, prescriptions, and rituals to really add to your personal juice, the container, your personal medicine, that prime directive, the inner genius. But my intention truly is to authentically, heartfelt, merge the wisdom of these indigenous ways with the subtle realms, the etheric highway, to assist you into navigating that inner genius, your personal medicine, the star that you are. I believe we're all stars, by the way. Just introducing you to the magical being that resides within, so your star shines even brighter. My name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. So with Rising of the Origins on its way, if you have yet to join this immersion, there is still time and there is some space. But you will have the ability to join in right on your phone through an app, super cool, and explore a variety of other worldly goodies, I also may add. And all the replays are going to be housed in that corridor. So with our thoughts, ideas, attitudes online in the season of Gemini, we have the duality of Sagittarius as this opposing generator, if you will. So we have generating forces and degenerating forces in all the signs. But our beliefs come into thinking, connecting to our higher self. This allows for some messages to stream in from the universe in the dreamscape. So an elemental month of fire, we have both yin and yang, a fire horse, possibly a race horse like Rich Strike online. So that was literally one amazing derby race this year. But we may be seeing more of that, meaning things that we don't see all of a sudden are winning or streaming in from behind. So being focused on what is in front of us or ahead of us and not aware of what is streaming in behind us, coming in for the win. So our mind literally is flipping the switch. So you may be a person who is all about the facts and streaming through the seams, comes in a prophetic spirit-induced message, just grabbing your attention. Instead of pushing thoughts forward, we're allowing the win of them streaming in, just flipping from the intellectual side of the coin into the realm of thinking intuitively, streaming that in. logic versus intuition. So spiritually, or even in our subconscious realm, where thoughts may become things in this reality, tuning into our Sira, our higher self, what we look like on the other side, our spiritual acumen, that's where these messages streaming in through those channels and just being occupied with what's at the finish line. That's the magical way to receive the answer. Like when we are so busy in an activity that our best asset just streams on in, maybe while you're in the shower. Water's a conduit, or a bath, right? Or a pool. But this is where we oftentimes receive those galactic messages. You may receive the memo, an alert signal from the streams of literally yesterday. Take the insights to your altar today and see if the memo persists into tomorrow. And if you have yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel authentically, please do, Tanya D. Go ahead and hit the bell button so you are notified. And if you could, please comment or share. That will get you a message for your day and also to get you on your way. So the algorithm really echoes me out to like-minded musers like yourself out into the galactic universe who may also muse about insights of the other world, the world of spirit, source, beings that are otherworldly, elemental, and really so much more. You could also find me on other platforms of social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and my Musing with Tanya D podcast, which I'm super excited about. We have the heart online. Let me see if I can, it's not going to be there. And also, one last thing, if you wish to dive deeper in your soul's authenticity into the realms of the other world, head on over to my Musing Corridor. This is my digital library in the sky where you have some amazing options to assist you, to guide you. I am your shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. Secrets of the Other World is also in the container there. You will see it for a limited time with the coupon code SECRET2022 to join at a savings until midnight of June 30th, I believe. So be sure to check that out as well. So, have you received the insight from the greater spirit of the universe to join Rising of the Origins for this free immersion into the realms of the elementals full of goodies? And again, that online app, you are really on your way. So starting Thursday, June 9th, coming up in 2 days, 4 p.m. Mountain Time with a Q&A the following day. So if you have yet to join Rising of the Origins, the gateway is still open in that circle. And to kick it off at the finish line, my Musing Moon meditation is going to arrive soon as well, with the strawberry full moon arriving the day after our final immersion. I recorded that actually yesterday. But with our Crown Online, the Spiritual Connection channel, and our solar plexus, we are cleansing the center with spiritual insight with the cosmic highway on fire. So with that, I'm actually going to go with the seers today. However, let me find my little image. There we go. So we have options to choose from there. Let me find my little podcast. I think it's that one. Nope. Whoops. Ahead of myself. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. So not to distract you from what you're going to see here or what you're called to. So we have air plants, a candle, or a wand. So just take a deep breath and a pause. And which one is calling out to you? And as you muse about it, please comment which one resonates in your heart center, being that we are heart-centric. Dun, 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 dun. Let me undo that. Go to here. Voila. And on the elemental highway, we have a yin metal rat of a day, or a rabbit, excuse me. So yin metal and the yin rabbit wood, they don't get along. That's actually a clash in our day. Forgot about that until I was uploading images. But our day is similar to yesterday. It's weak. It's not grounded. It's not even hidden. There's nothing in storage. But being we're in the season of summer, fire is strong and the earth is beyond dry. It's unable to produce our little yin metal energy, and the yang water on the year there, the wren with the tiger, that's going to polish up our day and also balance the heat. It's really weak too, actually. They're like two little dudes sitting up in the sky. But just working on an asset in the combination with wet earth, which we don't have either, That would kind of strengthen our day, and our day is it's endangered a little bit. And fire is so strong that there's a conflict, a danger that our day may be melted away, where yesterday the big metal would just not be able to be forged into anything molten, right? So the dry earth breaks our refined metal. It dulls it up. So we need the water to protect our day, to bring us to the flow and moistening the earth and polishing up our day to make it shine. But we don't have a super god on the month coming in, but we do have a year talent god. It's called the performer. It's a high energy performer that comes in, a natural performer, loving to be on the stage, taking the stage and being in the limelight. This is the frequency of politicians, singers, actors having this god. So they might actually come out today. We might hear some political acting, some kind of celebrity thing, because it's on the highway. So being that this is also a super talent, it's actually more extroverted. Super talents are our standard kind of talents, elevated, if you will. So that would be the ingredient for our weekday. It's a main ingredient, a remedy for our day, just bringing in refreshments, if you will, and activating the elements that are kind of burning out. So it's a combination of wet earth and metal, shiny jewels, a genie that loves the shiny jewels, the refined and the shiny, crystals, gold, silvers, gemstones, stuff like that. So let me go back to my little image here. Who picked the air plant? That's a juicy one. If you pick the air plant, let's go here. Whoops, I'm ahead of myself. Let's go here and get rid of that. Did I do, oh my gosh, I'm ahead of myself. How did I do this? Oh my gosh, hang on, I believe this is it. No, oh my goodness, where am I? There I am, the fool. Feeling like a fool today. The 0, that's a placeholder, it's a boundary. It's where we draw the line, physical or energetic boundaries. It's a sacred sphere. This one represents new beginnings, innate potentials, adventures, enthusiasm, awakening, innocence, and optimism. So every dream achieved begins with the seemingly foolish notion that there's something bigger and brighter out there, like the shiny penny. So something greater to explore, to become something. So this is like childlike wonder. It's optimism that comes from deep within our knowingness, our essence. It's reminding us that we can achieve all the things, the magical things that we've been dreaming about, the journey of our soul. It begins with a single step forward. So we may find ourselves at the edge of an epic adventure, a journey, just moving towards our future with this inbound enthusiasm, lighting up our star, knowing it's time to take a divine leap of faith or a deeper leap of faith. So it's kind of required in order to claim the rewards that the abyss, the other world, the universe is actually offering us today. So you may not feel ready. The moon is in Virgo. It's grounding into reality, the dreams into the ethers kind of a thing, coming in, streaming in. However, there is also magic in the air, and the universe is waiting to support us with this infinite love, this guiding light, just guiding us, trusting our intuition of all things as we take the dive into the seed of our infinite potential, just knowing that we are ready for this galactic adventure, taking our soul down this path. So can you see the sacred geometry in this card and her crystal, the crystal in her hand, and also the wand, which actually may be a staff. Pretty curious there. So who chose the candle now that I was all ahead of myself here? I believe this is the one. And it is. If you chose the candle, you get the chariot, which is awesome. The chariot of fires and the 7. So that really is trusting our intuition, the 7. So this is victory. It's speed and action. It's being determined. It's harnessing and uniting. It's opposing energies even. But it's also successful. It's being confident. It's travel, willpower. It's also control. So the universe, if you think about how juicy and galactic it is constantly gifting us unwavering opportunities to become the infinite magical being that we were born to be or that we want to be. So This really is a magical time for taking these inspirited actions and pushing ahead with our willpower and being determined, because we will get there, right? It's an adventure. So just remember, an inaction is the same as deciding to stay still, but it's still an action. So the Chariot's reminding us that while we are streaming forward to our goal, we still need to make those decisions for that, taking the best foot forward, right? As we begin to feel pulled in different directions, maybe too, and just knowing that we're going to be able to persuade both of these energies towards the same end game, that target. Just charging ahead without paying attention to the path we're on can sometimes be harmful to those that are in our wake. Again, I'm thinking a rich strike. I think it's a rich strike kind of a day. So just be mindful not to trample on others as we really are making our way up to the mountaintop, choosing the thing that our heart truly, really authentically wants, and just focusing in on our efforts, just moving like rich strike, if you will. So if you're unsure of the direction that you want to take, it's time to really make the plans, align your goals, and spark those dreams. So we are authentically choosing who we are becoming, what we are running towards, with heartfelt conviction and constantly being in motion, right? Nothing's ever at a standstill. So that really is the frequency of our day. Actually, both of those cards are, to be honest. And who chose the wand? Ding, ding, ding. Anybody choose the wand? You get the Ace of Cups. Myself, I am a wand collector. I use them in my divinations, my cowrie shells. But the wand, the Ace of Cups, this too is new beginnings. It's our emotional realm, the Ace of Emotions. So this is really a message. It's a time to nurture that inner baby. Maybe we need more self-love, just making sure that we aren't repressing or suppressing those emotions, just opening up our chalice to the possibility of love and loving ourselves and freeing those emotions while also at the same time validating them. But the Ace of Cups is this genesis of our relationships. It's our emotional connections. It's those deep feelings of love and friendship. Just opening us up to the positive, the vibrant, otherworldly beginnings. It's our emotions that are powerful. They are magic, they're powerfully magical. So it's a message of cultivating our ability to call on this expansive, optimistic, maybe profoundly radiant feelings, just consciously sending out our heart waves out into the world. So we do have the performer online today, that global god, super talent, just saying. But becoming those powerful beacons for awakening, enlivening new romance, adventure, and all the joys that we may have been calling into our day-to-day reality. So our capacity of love or for love is really expanding. So really do a heartfelt check-in just to make sure that we aren't repressing our ability to connect and even protect with others as a result of maybe being overly protective. Mindfully just streaming in love to our own selves and forgiving ourselves for things that we thought were past mistakes or mishaps, finding the fountain of healing with really just copious amounts of accepting who we are. So it's time to get ready to expand. It's like this exciting affinities are really emerging. So it's time to open up and give ourselves permission to deepen our friendships with ourselves and the others, with the ever-evolving life around us, the entire village, just opening and filling our chalice, our heart, with love. That really is the cosmic chalice. It is the Holy Grail, which is really streaming through all of the messages today, which I find curious. Now, I have a bonus card because it flipped out at me, so I always like to throw in the bonus cards. But I spin the cards around on the floor, and while spinning, the cards just kind of fly out. So that's how the collective comes in. And we have the moon, which is the emotional realm once again, right? We just had the Ace of Cups, but the moon is in Virgo. So this is feeling as if the feels are becoming real. They are becoming authentic. They are becoming aligned with integrity between the spiritual and the physical. And the 18, this is like a decision to be made through the channel of our heart. So we commit to taking an action through what we're feeling. But the moon is illusions, it's our hidden truths, it's the unknown, trusting our intuition. So that's high vibe twice today. Actually, I think 3 cards are all about trusting intuition, so it's really online. But it's also about facing our fears, which is Black Moon Lilith, and the watery nature of our unconscious mind. It's the mystery, it's the mystic, symbolism, metaphors, perception, even uncertainty, and also our dreams, because the dream channel is online. So when we're faced with uncertainty or an illusion, and oftentimes we can feel as if we are drowning, right? Like our little being in the card there, but just trusting that we're going to be okay, having heartfelt trust. Every day I wake up and I am safe, I am secure, like I go through all the things. But even if we can't distinguish up from down at the moment or right from left, when we stop struggling to see that which we just cannot see because it remains kind of obscured behind the shadows of the moonlight, that's when we discover a deep releasing that allows us to really just float to the surface of our spiritual truths. So the moon is asking us to go within, finding comfort in the darkness. I always say that there's always light in the darkness, or the ghost in the darkness, right? And when we do that, we calmly can listen to the whispers, the voice of our innate own intuition. So that is where the divine magic is. It's in there. And when we fall into the moon's waters, our inner wisdom literally embraces us, like the water's embracing us, just pushing us towards the light. Like if you've ever been in a pool and you let out your air and you just float to the top, it just invigorates our creativity. It resurrects our spark, our inner light. As long as we do go beyond our own fears to find this essence, just diving into the healing embrace of the moon, those waters, and breathing past those inner insecurities, just allowing the moon to light us up, the magic, and guide us home, knowing we are safe. That's when we reach new levels of unconscious knowingness as we surrender to the will of the galactic universe. I mean, what a collective day. The messages are in alignment with the elements and also the cosmic highway. So as we come into alignment, taking the time, giving space, and just opening up to understanding, deep, heartfelt realizations, and just learning or gaining different insight into the realm of spirit. Really listening to spirit today, our intuition. So let's see, when we listen in, tune in to the important questions, possibly waiting for those otherworldly signs, sigils, messages. It's time to learn. It's like catch and release if you're a fisherman or woman. Just responding to ourselves with unconditional love, surrendering, heartfelt forgiveness. Neptune is in Pisces, right? So that is surrendering. That is forgiveness. That's having faith over fear, and just listening to our intuitive insights on what is or may be the next action that our heart kind of commits to next. Feeling a spiritual turning point, if you will, like an acumen out into the world. So it really is a day to forgive the past and integrating new spiritual insight into our future threads, our intentions for the future we wish to live. I would literally pray for messages to stream in and question the mind is holding on to, like what is your mind holding on to, and journal about them. So it's about signs, sigils, animal totems, and so much more. That might be what kind of streams in and to take notice of. The unimaginable becomes imaginable. So you may be noticing forgotten airwaves or thoughts that stream in, where our deeper authentic self may be waking us up, communicating in those otherworldly ways to really get those insights, to get the memo. So I would say, may peace be with us or within us, streaming through those calm oceanic waters, the moon. So the universe is really streaming in. So with our crown online, the seed sound of Ong. So I would breathe that in, the Ong. These are in the show notes, by the way. And release it out through the solar plexus as you breathe in through the crown. Release it there, if that makes sense. Streaming in through the crown, Ong, and releasing out the solar plexus, just cleansing the channel, if you will, spiritually. And metal, I would really swish the sound of metal all around you. You could use a bell if you wanted, but it's Sammy the snake. And again, That's in the show notes. But I would affirm today the magical being that we all are. But I would say I am connected to the universe and I am trusting my intuition. So the insights are going to be abounding today because that reception center is open. So I would make it an otherworldly and spirited kind of day and just pay attention to the signs all around us, whether it's a feather, a red light you hit continually, a green light, whatever it is, just take note of what's streaming in on your intuitive channels. And I will see you on the ethers. InShalla and Ashe blessings. Thanks for tuning in. Grateful, grateful for my viewers. Bye. If I can find it. I crack myself up.